Way to go, Adrian Carr. What a fresh air. A city councillor that has common sense and a sense of fiscal management, and we know that with absolute certainty, because otherwise the mayor's secretary wouldn't have removed her motion from the council package. Now, you know, I sat in the park board for 2 terms. I sat on council for 2 terms. I didn't learn a lot, but I did learn a little. But let me tell you, I learned, number 1, that Canada is very lucky to have a very unique system in Vancouver. Vancouver is unique in the sense that we elect our park board. No other park board in all of Canada is elected by its citizens. And up until recently, Vancouver's elected park board did 2 things. Number 1, it stood up for the park system. It didn't just take orders from the mayor's secretary. And secondly, it knew where wisdom and common sense really resides. It resides right here in the community. That the foundation of the Parks Board system is the dozens of democratically elected grassroots community center associations. When I sat on the park board, we were all connected, individual park commissioners, with different community center associations. And I had the privilege and the honor of having as mine Riley Park. And I learned more about the park board system there than I ever would have learned by taking orders from an overpaid bureaucrat at 12th and Canada. You know, I came down here a bit despondent. You know, where are we at? By the way, I'm going to give you some bad news. The good news is Adrian Carr. The bad news, I hope I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong. But I think that this is just the first step, the preliminary step, to the elimination of what I referred to a moment ago. Canada's only elected park board. But a park board as pathetic as the one that we currently got, there would be absolutely no opposition from it. When the order comes next from that same mayor's employee to do away with the park board entirely, and it simply becomes an appendage to the mayor's desk. But that's another story for another day, and let's hope that I'm wrong. But what we need to do today is to leave today absolutely united and absolutely certain that Adrian Carr's motion sees the light of day. Never, ever, ever, in 125 years plus, ever has any employee of any rank, ever, for any reason, ever told any councillor, ever, that they are not permitted to speak on an issue. The only body that can ever do that is City Council, the other councillors. And if they genuinely believe that the motion is out of order, then wrongly or rightly, they're permitted to remove the motion. But once we begin to allow unelected bureaucrats in the middle of the night to be sending emails to people that we elect, telling the people that we elect what they are permitted to speak to and what they're not permitted to speak to, that is the end of democracy. I look forward with a smile on my face to seeing, I hope, each and every one of you at 2 places tomorrow morning. On the steps of City Council at 8:45, at the steps of City Hall at 8:45, where you'll hear from Adrian Carr and her council and other former city councillors. And then later, when she goes into City Council chambers at 9:30, I hope, to a rousing round of applause from people who will watch her deal not just with the mayor and council, but with that bureaucrat that is going to regret for the rest of her, I hope, short term as speaker. I'm going to wrap up here. Lawyers talk far too long. They made a mistake by letting me up here tonight. I'm going to leave it at that, but we'll see you all twice tomorrow, and thanks for coming out. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Tim, for coming out, and thank you for those great words.